Hello, my hooligans. How are you today? I hope you're wonderful. I hope you're enjoying the beautiful sunshine and hopefully the sunshine that you're experiencing. Wherever you are, I hope that you're just enjoying your time with family and friends and love and laughter. I am your host, CeeCee. I'm just going to be honest. I just had a whole brain fart and I had to completely edit a whole chunk out of this then. I'm just going to be honest.
It was pretty great.
That doesn't happen often. I just got lost in my mother's eyes.
I haven't seen you freeze up like that since you were in Cinderella.
Oh, yeah, that's very possible.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys, I am CeeCee, your podcast host. And this is CeeCee's Shenanigans.
And there will be shenanigans today.
We are all in good moods. Very happy-go-lucky today. I have two lovely co-hosts.
Aww.
I'm so excited.
Thank you.
My mother is finally here.
Thank you.
Her name is Star. And then we have our lovely good friend, Brittany. Oh, Mom's best friend, sister from another Mr. Brittany.
That's right.
Hello.
But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and let them give a little bit of an introduction so y'all know a little bit about them as we get into today. But yeah, Mom?
Hi, you guys. I'm Star, proud mother to CeeCee and her older brother. And we have two step siblings as well that I love very much. Couldn't love them any more if I'd popped them out myself. Let's see. Met their dad online nearly 15 years ago, and the rest is history. Been local here in Tennessee for over 20 years. Long enough to say I'm a native, originally from Virginia, Richmond area.
I'm definitely a native now.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Definitely. You're a native too, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lived in North Carolina for a little while and then came here and couldn't be happier. Here at the ranch. If you hear noises in the background, because we're not going to be able to edit them all out. Definitely not. We
are real time, real life.
Yeah, that's right. I have lots of birds. I have ducks, chickens, geese. We have 5 African geese, and they are so freaking loud. Oh my gosh! I'm constantly like, will you? We literally have 2 ponds, very close proximity to the house, and I'm like, will you just go?
They never go.
Go to the freaking pond.
They go when you don't need them to
go. God, they're so loud. But anyway, yeah, I'm here. I'm happy to be here. Oh, I'm a little nervy, but you know, I'm okay.
That's okay. We all are on the first, especially the first episode is always, like I said, especially when you hear yourself on that first episode, you're like, oh my gosh,
Ew.
why? And then the second episode, you're like, oh, it's not terrible. And then for me, by the third episode, I was like, I got this. I'm good. Yeah. Y'all know Tanya on the episode 3, she was like, how do you do this? It's so nerve-wracking. And I'm like, I don't know. This time it just feels easy. You know, I've been sitting down and, you know, I coached her through it, so it wasn't, it was just easy breezy at that point.
Yeah.
But I'm also just a little more comfortable in general because now I'm sticking to what I really want to do.
You have also always been a performer. You have always been a performer.
Don't tell them that. They're going to think I'm performing for them.
No, I'm just saying, like, you love, I mean, you've always been able to be in front of people and you know, be articulate and, you know, just be a performer. I mean, really, you know.
I've always
She's not
enjoyed
performing.
it.
She is very genuine, you guys. This is the most genuine person you will ever meet, listen to, whatever. Like, she's just super genuine.
I appreciate
I
it.
agree. I love her to death.
What you see is what you get, or what you hear is what you get in this case.
And then, so are we good on, I think we've got a good knowing of you at this point.
Okay.
So I guess we'll go ahead and introduce Britt.
My name is Brittany, or Britt, whatever CeeCee feels like calling me. I've got 3 kids. Lived in Tennessee for, 16? No.
Longer than that.
Yeah, 2006.
Yeah.
So, too long. Once you get 25, you just forget about time. But I've got 3 kids. I got a 12-year-old, a 7-year-old, and a 6-year-old. I love them more than anything. And I do everything for them. But
They're the coolest kids ever.
They are.
They're so cool.
Thanks. Yeah, I've done customer service, which I shouldn't say, but since I was 12 years old, I started working when I was 12. So
That's a long time.
Yeah.
That was a long time.
Started as a server, so, it was a mom and pop restaurant in Texas, so, whatever. But I'm huge on customer service, so. But I currently am a permit manager at a trucking company, and I absolutely love it. Woohoo! Oh, that's a whole nother story
It really
for a different day.
Honestly, transportation is a whole nother beast.
Oh, yeah, for
Like,
sure.
It falls, of course, under customer service umbrella, but
Yeah.
wow, it's a lot.
Yeah.
I'm glad I never got into
It's
that.
a lot.
It's fun. It's
It is
one of those
fun.
things that you either hate or you love. And
Yeah, there's something new every day. It's always
Yeah.
challenging, keeps you on your toes.
everything
That's good, though.
changes.
Yeah.
That's good in a career. Because then if you don't have a challenge, like what keeps you going,
Exactly.
Paycheck.
Oh, so she's one of those.
I got bills to pay, y'all.
All right. Well, it was wonderful letting them be able to give them a little bit of insight as to who they are. Very thankful again to have them on the show today.
We're
And
thankful
who
to be
knows?
here.
Maybe they'll be permanent hosts with CeeCee.
What?
Oh, we're gonna have to.
Dun, dun, dun.
It just feels right.
This does feel good.
So yeah, I don't
This is
know.
fun.
These are at this point I could call Britt a best friend because she just feels that way, So
Yeah. We
she's
family.
just
We all
it's just
family.
nice to connect with, and it's funny because
Friends are the family you choose. I've always said that.
that is
Absolutely.
truth. That is facts.
Yeah.
100.
Yep.
Yeah.
I will say it's funny because I've never really gotten along with people younger than me, but I've always gotten along with people older than me.
It's because you're so mature.
Well, because you did it to me. I mean, that's a good thing.
I had the same thing though.
Yeah, I know.
I always
You-
had older friends.
Yeah.
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 When I was growing up, and even later on, because I had kids so early.
Yeah.
You had to grow up.
I mean, I was a teenager myself. I had your brother when I was 16. I had you when I was 18, and I would take you guys to school when you got school age and stuff, and people were looking at me like, "What?"
She's a mom.
Yeah. So
People still do that to me.
it's really awkward. Why do people do that? Like, stop.
Yeah.
Unless I look 50, I don't look like a
Stop
parent.
young mom shaming, okay? Yeah, we made a mistake, but guess what? We're taking care of our babies,
Well, I will go ahead and get into a small little portion here. Yesterday, which we should have recorded, things moved around and got shuffled a bit, so we're recording on Sunday, the 25th. But yesterday, the 24th, was mine and Trent's, or my husband, as y'all know him, the God Baby's birthday. And we just wanted to give her a shout out and say happy birthday to our sweet girl.
Happy birthday.
It's number 7 this year. So that means me and Trent have now been married 7 years. And it's a bit terrifying.
How about that? It's a long time.
So yeah, happy birthday to our sweet girl, and we hope that it was a phenomenal day for you. So coming away from that, today we'll be trying something a little different.
And now for something completely different.
We are currently recording part 1 of a 2-part series. And today we're focusing on restaurant service industry. And yeah, so what that's all like. And it's going to be more of like an open discussion. We're going to, the shenanigans are going to come out. And I just want you guys to know that this is going to be more, I don't really know how to word that, but just to basically say that it's just going to be an open discussion. There's not going to be any questions or anything really. And of course, we'll try to stay on topic. But there's not going to be, it's not going to be like an actual scripted type of episode, if you guys know what I mean.
You're probably going to have to bring me back to center
Oh, we will.
a couple times.
We will. It'll
'cause
be all right.
You know how I am. Squirrel.
But like I said, restaurant service industry, anything related to, I started my restaurant career at a fast food restaurant. And it was Long John Silver's and A&W, which doesn't even exist out here anymore, unfortunately. Nope. I miss the freaking cheese sauce so much. and the Baja freaking sauce. Oh,
The Baja.
oh man, the
think I
Baja
ever had
sauce
the
with them
Baja
cheese
sauce.
sauce. Mix
I
it
miss
together,
the cheese curds.
and then
the cheese curds were really
yeah,
good.
those are
Oh
really
my
good.
gosh, cheese curds.
Mm-hmm.
Cookout has cheese curds.
Yeah, but they're not
the
as
same.
good.
I know.
Now their hush puppies are on point.
The Hush Puppies are pretty good.
On point. I would rather eat their hush puppies than Long John Silver's hush puppies, and I would also rather eat them over Captain D's hush puppies.
I don't like Captain D.
I don't like Captain
No
D's at
shade.
all. Yeah.
I just don't prefer.
The
it,
only
so.
people that I know that like Captain D's like their jalapeno poppers. They literally
Oh,
just go
those are
for
really
the
good.
I will
jalapeno
eat
poppers.
jalapeno poppers from anywhere.
Man,
pretty much.
Arby's.
Arby's
Sonic.
is the best.
That
Sonics
was-
are pretty good.
Yeah.
I like Sonic's mozzarella sticks.
Sonic jalapeno poppers were my
Staple.
craving whenever I was pregnant with Drew.
Oh man.
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Because I used to hate jalapenos. Like, I would never eat them.
Does he like them?
I don't think he's ever had them. But he doesn't like spicy food. So,
Oh.
Well, then he probably wouldn't like them.
no.
Well. But yeah, so I started my restaurant career at Long John Silver's and A&W, and I was a a front end cashier, so like in lobby cashier.
That was your
And-
first one. Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know why I was thinking Applebee's was first, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Duh.
But I loved it.
She was so excited.
Yeah, I was.
Her first day, she was so excited.
My boss called me Carolyn, and she is. If she's listening to this, just know that I love you to death.
Aw.
You've.
She's sweet.
When I think about work and how hard some days get and how frustrating things get, I always think about like the little coachings that she would give me. I don't want to say her name just because privacy purposes, but
She'll know if
we'll
she
just
hears
call her
it.
C if she we'll call her C. But she was wonderful, and she she taught me a lot when it comes to people and like business and managing, and like just she was just a great person, just wonderful to work with and work for. But yeah, I also had some awesome assistant managers there. They were really cool. One of them is now a chef. I can't remember where he's at or what he's doing, but he's a chef.
Like a
and-
chef?
Like a
Like-
chef.
Oh, wow.
He was pursuing his
Like
passion
sous
while he
chef,
was there.
executive chef?
I think he's his own. So yeah, I don't,
Cool.
not
Head
100%. Yeah. But if I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure that he's in Nashville somewhere. But yeah, he's married and got kids and stuff now, which is cool.
Nice.
And yeah, so I even worked with a couple of classmates there, and yeah, it was just an experience. Well, I was there for like a year and a half, almost 2 years. And then I decided I was going to move along and try to find some other things to do, and ended up ending my restaurant career at Applebee's. I think I ended up there twice.
Mm-hmm.
I went there, worked there for like a year, and then I went to, I think I thought I found a better opportunity at ye old Comdata.
Yeah.
But quickly realized that was not what I enjoyed doing.
Yeah.
Mainly because of people in management.
Well, just certain people, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It was like two.
Yeah.
One in particular.
Well,
I guess we won't mention the name.
we all have, our favorites, and then the ones that we don't get along with. Some
Yeah.
people just rub you the wrong way.
But
we're not all going to get along.
What's
so.
crazy is I never had. So when I went from restaurant to call center, call center was the first place that I realized there was like management issue. Like that was the first place I ever had an issue with management.
Mm-hmm.
And then I leave there and go back to Applebee's, and Applebee's is a breeze. I was a host.
Well, you
I
had an
helped.
issue with somebody there too, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but everybody had the issue with that person because that person was Duke. But yeah, loved it there. The servers were, I mean, of course, none, like, there's maybe 2 servers there that were there before, but everybody there at the time was just super nice, and they'd ask the host if we weren't like super slammed, if they had a couple tables they were behind on, they'd tip out on us, be like, hey, can you help me clean up a little bit, and then of course I loved going back to the kitchen when we were busting the tables, and I'd drop the dishes off, and I'd always crack jokes with the dish guy. It was the best part of the day. And yeah, but some of those customers, woo, I think the worst part through all of the restaurant was the customers. at any point. It was like, it's always the one thing. It's kind of like that night I went
Like
in the freaking Applebee's bathroom and someone put a freaking breadstick in the toilet.
Oh my god.
I went to clean the bathroom, and I kid you not, there was a freaking picture on my Facebook that I still have to this day. Because someone took a breadstick and dropped it in. I thought it was a giant deuce.
I had some similar experiences at Opryland. I sure did.
That's nuts. People are crazy.
When we had like large groups of kids in house, like beta club, cheerleaders, things like that.
Yeah.
There was no telling what you were going to go in the bathrooms and find.
Actual hooligans.
Oh,
Well,
my
working
gosh.
at a bar
Yeah.
type area. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Late at night. But thank God that only the managers could clean it up. So you had to clean it up. But whenever I became a manager, that was a totally different story.
Yeah, no. You're like, I don't want this anymore.
I'm done. I don't get paid enough for this.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so then I guess at this point, I've given you a little bit of a history as to what I've done and what I enjoyed and what I didn't enjoy. And I'll let my mom lead in this open discussion by giving a little bit of a background of her restaurant work. And then Britt will do the same. And then we'll kind of open it up from there. Just kind of
Okay.
run off on a tangent.
So I have never actually been titled a server, but I've done that job. So, you know, so my first restaurant experience was actually kind of restaurant hospitality. It was at Opryland Hotel, which was, I miss that place so much. That was like absolutely my favorite job ever.
Don't you still have the giant bottle from the flood?
I surely do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because you lost your job to the flood, didn't you?
Yeah, we were all, I mean, the hotel was shut down,
Yeah.
so.
What year was that? 2016?
2010.
2010.
Because
Okay.
I had lost my job at Dave & Buster's at that point.
Really?
Yeah. We were like literally right next to each other.
We have figured out that we have lived parallel lives since we've been in Tennessee.
That's crazy.
It's really, yeah.
really crazy.
I didn't know that.
It's
How
strange
neat.
that, yeah,
I've always been like right there.
Yeah.
I never quite
Yeah.
knew it.
kind of weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the hotel shut down in 2010. That's actually that was when we moved out here, because like I didn't have, you know, really anywhere to be, and so, you know, we were like, well, let's just go on out here with the husband. So
Let's go live on the farm.
yeah. So yeah, we moved out here, and we were out of the hotel for, I feel like it was 3 months, and then they called us back, and things kind of changed after, so which is why I left eventually. But I stayed through Country Christmas and worked a little bit into the new year, and then I ended up working somewhere else. I left, which I hated to do. I really didn't want to do it. I still miss all my people. If any of my little former stars that I'm still friends with, I miss you guys so much. I love you. I miss you. I miss our good times together. Oh, I really miss that place. It was such a beautiful place to work.
Yeah.
I loved going to work there. And yeah. But anyway, that was where I had most of my restaurant experience.
Mm-hmm.
I was, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Britt, you wanna?
Oh. Well, I have a lot of restaurant experience. As I
You
mentioned
do.
before, yeah. And I love it. Like I love serving, and I love meeting people. That's one of my favorite things to do.
Yeah.
But I worked whenever I was 12 years old. Worked at a little mom and pop restaurant in Texas. We had the 72-ounce steaks, 32-ounce
Oh my
T-bones.
gosh.
Yeah.
Goodness.
And the food, the restaurant had been open since 1945.
Wow. Did you ever
That's a
see
long
anybody
time.
finish one of the 72-ounce
Oh,
steaks?
yeah.
Are you serious?
There was one guy that I dated. He was 16 years old, and he could eat a whole freaking 72-ounce steak.
Stop.
Yeah,
That's
he was
insane.
like the skinniest guy. He was like beanpole, and he could eat a whole steak.
Understand that.
Yeah,
So
it's
weird.
Texas bread.
Through Texas.
After I graduated, I still worked there. I worked there until I was 19. Worked at Joe's Crab Shack. Had an awful manager. I met some really good friends there. There was a girl that I went to high school, but that was fun, but it wasn't like, it was different.
Yeah.
Manager hated me. It was a woman manager.
That's always fun.
Yeah. After that, I went and worked at Barnes & Noble Cafe, theoretically Starbucks, which that was a really fun job.
I bet it was.
My manager...
You were a barista?
I was a barista.
That's
Nice.
fun.
Yeah. I can't drink Frappuccinos because of that. Like coffee, perhaps. The smell of it is just like...
Does it make you sick?
Yeah.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah. But my manager there, she was absolutely amazing. We're still friends on Facebook. And one of the girls that I worked with there actually lives in Tennessee. So...
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Huh. Small world.
But
Yeah.
then I went and worked at a golf course in Texas, which is
Sounds
where...
fun.
Yeah. It's where Tin Cup, the movie Tin Cup,
Oh,
if
no
anybody
way.
remembers that,
Huh.
was filmed. And every year they have
Cool.
it's like a private golf course, and I've met a lot of famous people there too.
That's neat.
Which was really
No
cool.
way. Who have you met?
You may not be able to say it.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's...
Yeah.
Oh.
Is that
There
okay?
was...
Can we say that on podcast?
I don't know.
I don't know why not. I mean...
Well, one of them passed away.
Oh.
So, but Mickey Rooney. I met Mickey Rooney.
Aww.
Yeah. And there were, football players and basketball players.
Just
that
kind of
came up
random.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know who any of them were, but...
Well, how old were you then?
I was 18.
Okay.
Yeah, it was right before I moved here.
Yeah.
So that was in Texas, and then whenever I moved here, I tried working at Sonic, which didn't work.
Were you on skates?
No,
No.
I worked there for like 3 days.
Oh.
And couldn't do fast food because I didn't have the patience for the
Fast
16-year-olds.
food is...
It's a different beast.
Yeah, it's a different...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't have patience for the 16-year-olds telling me what to do. So
Yeah.
left that, and then I did a couple retail jobs, and then got a job at Dave & Buster's, which I loved. Met a lot of famous people there too, because
Yeah.
it's only Dave & Buster's in Nashville. So.
Yeah.
And then, of course, it flooded. Lost my job to that, and then went to ComData. Was there forever.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever I was going through divorce and all this stuff, I had to get a second job, and I worked at Jonathan's for 3 years. Bar,
Was it
So,
3 years? that
It
she
was
there?
3 years, yeah. Because
Bartending or...
She did everything.
did everything.
Yeah.
Serving, bartending.
That's why she was a walking zombie.
Yeah. Serving, bartending, managing.
Poor thing.
Yeah.
She was exhausted.
That's a lot.
It was, and I've met so many awesome people there too.
Yeah.
It's like, it's just, I've met some of my closest friends as customers, and then
The bar atmosphere is totally different too. It's like every different. I'm sorry if you hear my squeaky leather chair, but like every. It's strange. Like standalone restaurants, like Logan's, Colton's, Applebee's, they're all the way that they are. If you're in like a mall restaurant, they're different. If you're in a bar / grill, whatever, they're different. Fast food is different. It's just weird.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, they're all the same, but they all have their own
Yeah.
characteristics.
Yeah.
So.
And with a lot of the bars and, your little mom and pop restaurants, you have your regulars that come in there
absolutely.
every Thursday or Friday, or heck, at Jonathan's, we had neighbors that would come down, and, I learned a lot about my customers because I actually took the time to
You develop a personal
learn.
relationship with them.
Yeah, learn about them.
Yeah. And some of them, like, I worked for a little mom and pop restaurant for a little while, and I did everything. I cooked, I served, whatever. Because it was just one of those little places that you just do everything. You just pitch in wherever you need to. And, she had some regulars that would come in, and some of them...
Oh, we're talking about grannies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
some
forgot
of
about that.
them were, they were just super pleasant, super sweet, always willing to talk to you, leave you a great tip, whatever. And, they didn't make a mess. They didn't complain. But some of them, just the minute you see them darken your door, you're like, here we go.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Ugh. And that's
Anybody
when you
that's
just want to
worked
take your
service
apron
knows.
off and leave.
Yep.
Like I can't.
Yeah.
I can't take one more interaction with
Well,
this person.
I will tell you that there was one customer at Jonathan's that nobody liked serving.
Yeah.
But I started, my personality and trying to,
Yeah. Sure.
because I don't know what
Because you
his
can get
life
just
is
about
like.
anybody to talk. If you
Yeah.
can't talk to Brittany, you got problems.
And I made him, nobody liked serving him. And whenever he'd come in, I'm the only one that he wanted. He would make sure that he sat in my section because he knew that I would take care of him. I wouldn't be a jerk to him. I would get his stuff exactly how he wanted it.
But why didn't anybody else want to wait on him? Was he just a jerk?
He wasn't a jerk. Just nobody, he just wanted his stuff how he wanted it.
He was particular.
And he was very particular.
Yeah.
And people, it would be busy and people just didn't have time for it, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, and see, that's the thing is like, you don't have time for it, but this is your job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. So technically, you do have time for it.
And the other thing is the way I always looked at it is the faster you get that person out, the less you have to deal with them.
Yeah. Well, when you work in a sports bar, they kind of sit there all day.
Yeah, you're right.
But I made good money there.
I remember you saying that I was like, y'all hiring?
Can I come work?
I need a little extra.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we all given a good idea as to where we've been and what we've done. So what is y'all's favorite part having worked in the food industry?
I enjoyed.
If anybody hears, we've got some stompy.
Sydney, you are loud.
Some stompy McGee's in here. All the puppies.
Loud, girl.
And y'all probably heard the. Almost sounds like a motorcycle going by or a helicopter. And that's Butters, and he is
my beagle.
He's standing guard at all the windows and doors.
My little hunter. My little perimeter protector.
Thankfully, we don't have Harper banging in a door this week.
Gosh. So, yeah, back on topic here. So, when I was at Opryland, I started as a hostess. There used to be a buffet restaurant. I worked on Delta Island, if anybody's familiar with the hotel. And I haven't been in there in forever.
Years.
Yeah.
It's probably literally been...
I think Delta, though,
It's
is
probably
all
been
the
10
same.
years since I've been in there, so...
I think Delta's all the same.
Is it the same?
I think I haven't been there in forever, but I think Delta is still the same because they still have the fountain and everything.
I know they changed Haagen-Dazs. Haagen-Dazs is not Haagen-Dazs anymore.
Right.
It's like a coffee shop or something. I don't know about Stacks and Paisanos.
Yeah, I think there's a Starbucks in there now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
But yeah, I started as a hostess downstairs during Country Christmas, which is the big deal, and it was always very hectic that time of year. It was just go, 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 go. I got like stone bruises on my feet. I got
remember
blisters. I got this, not to be too personal, but like I got this terrible rash, like, in the area.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
it was horrible because we had to wear these nasty polyester pants.
I remember them things.
Golly, they were so...
the shoes that you had to
your
wear on
skin
top of
couldn't
that
breathe.
were even worse.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how you did that.
We were walking on this flagstone floor.
Ugh.
About 50% of the servers that worked down there ended up having to have surgery for heel spurs. Like, it was
And you have a
so
heel
bad.
spur.
I did have a heel spur. It healed itself. They will actually heal themselves.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, they got him so bad from walking on that terrible flagstone floor. And they finally changed it, which is good.
Yeah.
I think. I can't remember what they put down there after they took the buffet out. I think they just rented it out as like a...
Party space.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, there were 3 restaurants upstairs from the buffet, and that was Haagen-Dazs, Stacks, and Paisanos. And obviously Haagen-Dazs was ice cream. Stacks was the cheeseburger joint, and Paisanos was like an Italian, eatery.
Their pizza was on point, man.
Oh my gosh, it was so good.
Oh.
So yeah, we would, I basically I came on as seasonal help, as a hostess, and then after that Christmas, my managers came to me and were like, "Hey, do you want a position upstairs?"
They loved you so much.
I don't know about that.
Well, I mean, for all of those nights that you were literally gone until 1 a.m.
Yeah.
Like, there were and we lived in Nashville, which is crazy. Because
Yeah.
at that time, when you first started there, we were living there in,
Yeah.
what was it, East Nash?
Madison.
Yeah. And you were busting your butt. Like, you were exhausted all the time.
It was rough.
Yeah.
It was rough because I had the
I
night
missed
shift.
my mommy. Now, Grammy was there, and she was good to have there, but you were working your rear end off.
It was rough. I was tired.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Those pants, though.
But oh yeah, gosh, they were horrible. So yeah, they were like, "Would you like a supervisor position upstairs?" And I was like, "Yeah, sign me on. Thank you."
Supervisor, yes.
Yeah. So started doing that, and
She rocked it, by the way.
I rocked it. I
She
loved
rocked
it.
Her
I-
people loved her.
I loved my people so
Every
much.
time Mom would bring us up there, or actually technically it was Grammy that would bring us up there, and Mom was working.
Yeah.
And Mom would meet us at the end of the work tunnel, I
Yeah.
guess, because y'all had
We
what was
went
it? It
on
was
my
like an
days off
underground.
sometimes, too.
Yeah, it was like an underground system for
Yeah,
the
that
employees.
subterranean.
It was really neat because Mom
tunnel
would be like,
system is
"I'm on the
crazy."
end of the tunnel system," and I was like, "Yay, Mommy!" And then she'd be like, "Meet me up at Haagen-Dazs or Pisano's or whatever," and we'd go and we'd hang out with Mom for a little bit, and then either Grammy would take us back, or if it was Mom's off day and we were up there, then we'd just go goof off and throw pennies in the pond and walk around.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so cool because every time we met one of your employees, they were like, "We just love your mom so much."
They were so sweet.
It was amazing.
Oh, I
It was
absolutely loved.
great. Like, I
everybody
wish that I
worked
had
with.
been able to work there because
It was so fun.
the environment at that time, because you worked there, is what I know of. But I mean, it may still be that way. They may still be that great, but the people that were there at that time, they were all so great.
We had some really good leaders on staff at that time too.
Mm-hmm.
I had really, really great colleagues that I mean, we all kind of meshed well together.
And then y'all's
And
support system
before-
was wonderful
oh,
too.
yeah. And before I came on, they had gone through so many trial and error situations trying to figure out how to streamline the restaurants. And they had finally worked it out, and then I kind of came in on the tail end of that, and we got some other things streamlined. And then after the flood, some of the management changed, and they wanted to restructure some things, and they brought in some new people, and they wanted to basically overhaul everything. And we were like, hold on.
We just fixed all of this.
Exactly. We finally figured out how to work this. This, y'all don't understand. It's taken years to get to this point. And they're like, well, basically, we don't care. They didn't want to listen. So it just, I don't know. The whole atmosphere just kind of changed.
It was weird because your attitude from before to after, it was like a complete, when I say this, it's not like Mom changed. It's that the happy-go-lucky employee of Opryland changed.
Yeah.
So you as a person didn't, but when you would come home, your vibe was off, and I was just like,
Yeah.
I
Mom's
think
not having
that
a good
was
time.
like that because they were making a lot of changes within Gaylord, period. Because
yeah.
my
They
sister
were.
was at Wild Horse at that time. and
Really?
She,
Oh.
Yeah, she was part-time at Wild Horse.
Yeah.
Which is gone now.
I know.
Yeah, that's depressing.
But she was noticing changes too
Yeah.
over there.
Yeah.
And that's, 15 minutes away from.
I didn't know
Right.
for a while that they were
Connected.
Gaylord.
There's a
Yeah.
lot of stuff in Nashville that Gaylord owned, which
Yeah.
Gaylord doesn't own anymore.
No.
Wait, what?
Does Gaylord even exist anymore?
It exists as the name, but Marriott owns it.
Yeah, Marriott.
Oh,
bought 'em.
I didn't know Marriott
Yeah.
bought.
That's when
Whoa.
a lot of stuff changed.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Are we even allowed to be talking about these name brand stuffs and whatever on here?
I mean,
it is what it is, right?
well, we know because it's public, right? Is it
Yeah.
public information?
Yeah.
It's public
Then
information.
that's
Yeah.
yeah. I was like, as long as you can find it on a website or whatever,
Oh,
then
absolutely.
it shouldn't matter.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really didn't know that Gaylord was bought out.
So yeah, after the flood, things just kind of changed. Management changed. The whole kind of environment changed, and I'm not, I don't really want to say, what I think, but I was just like, I don't think I want to be here anymore. So, I just kind of I started looking around and found something else, and that was that.
When you know you gotta go.
Yep. Yep. When the feelings ain't there, no more.
Yeah.
Hit the road. But I kept in contact with a lot of my peoples, and we're still friends on Facebook. We interact a little bit here and there, and I try to keep an eye on them when I'm actually on Facebook.
Yeah, I don't
Not
go.
on there a whole lot, but yeah. But yeah, I miss them. That was definitely my favorite. My favorite thing, I said all that to say this. My favorite thing was probably definitely the camaraderie that we had. The team members and the supervisors and just all of it. It was like a family. It was like a little family.
That's good.
Yeah. I mean, we saw each other more than we saw our actual families. So, you develop a relationship with people that you work with closely like that. So, and I know you both have done that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, look, me and
Look
you.
at us.
Yeah. 10 years later, here we are.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's been 10 years.
I can't either. Well, nearly that anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was my favorite, was just the camaraderie. I love dealing with people. Like, I love making somebody happy.
Oh yeah.
That's the big draw for, customer service for me. Anybody
Anybody that actually enjoys customer service.
Yeah.
That's why you're there.
Right.
Yeah.
Enjoy making people happy. I love it. Like, currently I work in a call center, and I love it when an irate customer calls. And, at first it's kind of off-putting because you're like, whoa, excuse me.
First.
I'm trying to help you,
Yeah.
and it's not going to make me help you by cussing me out. So,
Yeah.
But you take the time and you listen, and instead of just immediately getting your hackles up and going into defense mode, I'm like, okay, what got them to this point?
Yeah.
I want to know the why.
There's
Right.
not very many people that do that.
No,
Right.
There's not, and that's unfortunate. And that's why, customer service is a dying industry for real.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, when I can turn somebody's frown upside down, that's what I like to do.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's probably why we're such good friends.
Right?
You made me happy.
You make me
multiple times.
happy too.
I love you.
I love you back.
So what is your favorite part?
My favorite part, I believe, with restaurant industry wise, is the customers. I know you say, and it's also different in fast food because you don't have regulars.
Yeah.
But definitely meeting people and learning about people and opening your eyes to other cultures and, understanding that this guy that I may not have known yesterday, I made his day because I was nice to him.
Mm-hmm.
It makes me happy again. I go a star on that to make other people happy because there's not enough of that
No.
in this world.
No. Not at all.
So yeah, that, goes along with the people that we work with. Whenever I was working in the corporate America, I took a customer class and I learned a lot about internal and external customers. And everybody thinks about the external customer as our customers. That's the customer. But one of the more important customers that we have are internal customers, which are the people that we work with, managers, anybody that you are doing a service for.
Your peers.
Your peers. And everybody always forgets about the internal customers,
Oh, yeah.
especially when they're having a bad day or, those people are as important as your customers. And that's one of the biggest things that I took from that class. I've noticed a lot lately with, restaurant industry, since that's what we're talking about. And even where I'm working now is that people don't focus on the internal customers. And it's sad, but you know, it's a
That's why people are so unhappy
Mm-hmm.
in their jobs. I mean, so many people are unhappy in their jobs. They're underpaid. They're underappreciated.
yeah.
They
And
feel like they don't
overworked.
matter. Yeah, they feel like they just don't matter.
Yeah.
And that's why, we all jump jobs, because we're always trying to find something better than where we were.
Yeah,
And
but it's all the same everywhere
really
because
is.
nobody, I mean, customer service, like you said, is a dying industry.
Well, see, and that's what sucks because
true customer service.
Oh, yeah,
Right,
true
right,
customer
right.
service.
The people who are in it for the good. What bothers me the most is kind of like how I went from TikTok to acceptance, thinking, oh yeah, I might be getting a good chunk of a decrease in pay, but at least I'm gonna be better mentally. Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna be taken care of, and there's more support, and it just seemed more close knit and more like supportive of those types of decisions that I was making. And even like in the interview, they made sure that they understood where I was coming from and like the time that I was having at that moment, and like realizing that I needed to take a break from like the big, like you said, corporate America type stuff. Even though I was still in dealing in the insurance, I was still in customer service, but it was more of a bigger step back from doing all the things that was involved at TikTok and dealing with all the people. So, and it was also the fact that the clerical work at Acceptance was customer service, but not forward facing. I wasn't the face of customer service. I
Right.
was behind the scenes.
You're not
customer
directly
service.
interacting.
Right. And
with
so
your
then
client.
to go in with what you were saying, worrying about your internal customers, that there was neglect there. That's why I got to where I was like, you know what, I'm done. Like I've done this for how many years and I'm still not happy, and there's no sense in running a circle. It's like I'm running through the same revolving door looking for something that's going to be the next best thing, and honestly, no matter which way I looked at it, it was always a step back.
Yeah.
And especially from TikTok and knowing all the people and having all those open doors around me and not being able to get through them, it was like I've got all these opportunities that just like it was like I was running into a brick wall.
You had a glass ceiling there.
Yeah. And then so that's why I took the step back. I was like, maybe if I fall back into something that's a little less, competitive, then maybe I'll find some security and maybe I'll have some different support, whatever. And yeah, at that point, that's when I realized, it was, and even Trent was like, this, I think it's a mistake. I think you're making a mistake. He's like, you should have either A, stayed at TikTok, or B, just stopped. When you were unhappy there, you should have just gotten out of it there and refocused yourself, took some time and figured it out. So that's where I'm at, why I'm at where I am now, because
Because she finally decided to take her future into her own hands.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's what you have to do because
And it's scary.
No, it's terrifying.
Anytime you take a risk, it's scary. But anything worth having is worth fighting for. So. Well, we've gone off on a little bit of a tangent.
A little
here,
bit, but
haven't
it's
we?
fun. That's what it's about. So we have a game, but first we need to address what we don't like about the restaurant industry.
Okay. Least favorite thing. Okay.
I know there's not a lot for y'all. There's a lot for me.
Oh, there's quite a bit, I think.
Yeah?
That we could,
Oh,
point a
yeah.
finger at. But
What is that one thing that was like that sore in your butt?
probably that one thing, kind of like, I don't know if I mentioned this or if it was just in my head, but like that one person, like if you have a regular, I think I did mention it.
you did, yeah.
If you have those regulars that just come in and they just, for whatever reason, maybe they have a miserable life or they're not happy at home or there's some reason, a bully is never just a bully to be a bully.
Right.
Typically a bully has another bully or, whatever. But for whatever reason, that regular customer that comes in and you just can't please them. You just can't please them. And, you're like, I just want you to go. That was probably my least favorite. And I didn't, honestly, there weren't a whole lot of those. And we even had some regulars at the hotel, believe it or not, that would just, they either traveled for business a lot or, whatever.
I didn't realize that was a thing for a while.
There weren't many.
Yeah.
There were not many, but there were few that I would see several times, you know, in the course of a year or whatever. And, you know, when you see the same face, I mean, when there's a sea of a million faces constantly and you're running back and forth between 3 different restaurants,
Yeah.
you know, which is what we did. Because, again, the camaraderie, you know, your lead, your manager, whatever, whoever is above you should be able to do every single thing that you do.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
3 times over. You know, they should be able to do the job of 3 people, is what I have always said. And, you know, the leaders that I worked with, I myself, you know, we would jump in on the line, we would cook, we would serve, we would bus, we would, you know, cash, we would whatever was needed. We tried to take care of our people. And, but yeah, definitely my least favorite would be those customers that would come in and you try to please them. And you just can't please them. And that, I mean, that happens in retail too. It's just part of it.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes somebody's going to come in and there's just nothing that you can do to put a smile on that face. They're going to find fault with whatever you do. But yeah, that would probably be my least favorite.
What about you, Britt?
My least favorite would probably be bad managers. Because a manager, again, is supposed to be able to do what you do. And if they're just coming in as a manager because they've been a manager at whatever other place, they think they know how to run the business. And when you normally start at the bottom and you work your way up,
It's different.
it's totally different because you have, you know, you're not just telling people what to do, you're understanding what they're doing.
You've done it
why.
and you know why. Yeah, exactly.
That would probably be my biggest. Or the managers that come in and, you know, have, you know, this is their first manager job that they've ever had and they just want to, you know,
just
stick
because
it
you've
to
gone
everybody.
to school for management,
Yeah.
restaurant management,
Doesn't
business
mean
management,
you can
whatever.
do my job
Exactly.
any better than me nor as good.
And there are a lot of people that understand that, but then there are some that just don't.
Yeah.
They don't get it.
Well, the high and mighty, you know, what am I trying to say? Power tripping.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. You're not any better just because you make a lot more money than I do. Doesn't
Yeah.
mean anything.
And that's one thing that I actually loved about TikTok is that any managers that were hired as managers because they were managers elsewhere still had to go through all of the training classes.
Yes, and they should.
Because if I know that you know that I'm not doing a good job and I know that you know my job, then I'm golden.
Well, and
I don't
especially
mind you telling me that I'm doing it wrong if you know exactly what I should be doing.
Yeah. Well, especially whenever metrics goes into it too.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Yep.
how are you going to tell me how to answer phone calls if you don't do it yourself?
Yeah. Yeah. If you've never been in the trenches.
Yeah.
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 And that, like I said, going back to Opryland, we were always in the trenches with our people. Always. I mean, how many times did you come up there and, you know, I'm on the line serving or cooking or whatever, washing dishes until 1 o'clock in the morning.
Crazy. It's crazy.
That's another thing I didn't like is, you know, working till 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, that was...
That makes me tired just
Painful.
thinking about it.
Yeah.
Another
Remember all
thing...
those nights at Long John Silver's.
Oh, yeah. Another thing that probably is up there on my list of least favorites is just, again, you know, dealing with those customers that would come in and just because you're on the other side of the counter, they treat you a different way.
Oh, absolutely.
You know,
That's what I was going
that
to
is
get into
enough
for
to
me.
that was enough to bring me down. Like I could be in the best mood and then somebody would just come in and talk to me like I'm just gum on the bottom of their shoe, and I would just be like, really? Wow. But then it brings me back to, okay, what kind of a day must that person have had?
Yeah.
To put them in that frame of mind to talk to another human being like that just because they're on the other side of the counter.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
There's so many layers to, you know, any kind of public
Service work.
service or not public
Absolutely.
service, but any kind of service work.
Well, and that's another thing
Food,
with
retail,
restaurant. I think it
hospitality.
should be a requirement to be a server or work in the restaurant industry before you work anywhere else.
Yeah.
And that was a point that I was going to make
Yeah.
is that me and Mom were on the same page with 6 months to a year of both restaurant and retail. And That way, everybody knows what it feels like.
I think it should be a year on the other because side. Then you have to experience every holiday.
You've gone through every holiday. You've gone through rushes. Every type of situation that you could go through. You've experienced it.
Yeah. It brings you down a peg. Mm-hmm. I mean, it really does.
Yeah. What happened?
Pardon me.
The coffee.
It's the coffee.
The coffee's getting to us.
I have not consumed anything but coffee. I need to drink some more water.
It happens.
I say as I take another swig.
Well, I think right now would be a good time to transition into our silly little game we've got.
Okay.
It's going to be... We're going to play... What is it called again?
Would you rather?
Yes.
Would you rather?
And this is what, like food slash... food slash, like restaurant slash employee of something edition. We've kind of collectively gathered a couple of things. I guess, Mom, you want to start out with one of yours?
No.
No?
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Yes. All right, so... Would you rather never eat chocolate cake again or have to eat the whole cake every time you eat it?
Oh my gosh. I definitely wouldn't be able to eat a whole chocolate cake. You can have the chocolate cake.
Then you can never have chocolate cake again.
It's okay. It's fine with me.
Do you know how mortifying that is to me?
Carol is like...
That is...
My poor daughter.
Chocolate cake is my weakness.
I know. That's why. It's kind of why I
Fat girls love cake, but I mean, like, I love chocolate cake. When I crave chocolate, that is it. Like, that is the ultimate. Like, take me to Chapel's. Take me to. I don't even care if it's Dollar Tree.
I don't care where.
I just need.
See, this would be easy for your brother to answer too, because he'd be like, "Have the chocolate cake."
Yeah,
I don't want it because he does not like chocolate cake.
I wouldn't be able to eat
the whole freaking... It's not that I don't like it.
Whoa. How big is the cake?
Well...
They have mini cakes.
This is true, but...
I could eat a whole mini cake.
Every time you have it?
I mean, if it's like a lava cake.
No, but it's like a whole cake.
That's a single serving. No.
Yeah. No, it's
not
like...
fair. You can't pick and choose, though.
It just said... pedantic.
It just
Stop
it. It just
On
said
this
a whole
question,
cake.
I immediately thought of Miss Matilda.
Oh. Yeah.
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 That makes sense.
You see why I said no.
Would you rather? Which one? Never eat it again or have to eat the whole thing every time?
But I'd still have my coffee and chocolate ice cream. And I'm an ice cream fiend. Oh, it's so hard.
You can eat brownies.
Brownies aren't the same.
Yeah, but you can have anything else.
Do they mean German chocolate too?
Chocolate cake is chocolate cake, baby.
But it's German.
She looks so sad right now.
This is terrible.
It's tearing me apart.
Oh. Look what you did to her mom.
Know.
She broke me. I'm broken. Okay, I guess give up the cake.
I would too.
I wouldn't be able to eat a whole cake.
No.
Like, I instantly, when you say a whole cake, I think a 9x9.
Yeah.
Like 2 tier.
Yeah. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
A whole cake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope. I would be sick as a dog if I even ate a quarter of it.
I'd be like...
One piece, like a piece that even people don't think is a normal piece, because I eat thinner pieces. Mm-hmm. Like, that isn't... I'm like, nope. No.
Yeah.
If I eat any more,
and I don't eat icing. I don't eat icing.
I don't eat the top part of the icing.
Like, I can't ever...
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's that whipped icing.
Or
like the Publix icing. Yep.
Yeah.
That's the only kind of icing that I can eat. Frosting, whatever you want to call it.
So good.
Okay. My question is, would you rather get your paycheck given to you in pennies or never be able to use cash again?
Why'd you pick that one?
But does debit still exist and credit and everything?
Then say
assumably.
Yeah, assumably.
I'd never use cash again because I'd literally never use cash.
I guess I would say the same thing because what in the world are you going to do with all the
I'm just saying, when I left TikTok, I was making a good bit of money. So, I'm sorry, but like, how many pennies is 1,400 pennies?
A lot. Like, it would fill up this room.
My brain hurts thinking about that.
Here, math's not mathin'.
No, the math ain't mathin', the brain ain't braining. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of freaking pennies.
It is a lot of pennies.
No thanks. I'm
Yeah.
good. Yeah, never use Cashkin. I already don't.
Me too.
Like every now and then Trent will go and pay like the storage bill or something, and then I'll have like we'll have like $15 in cash, and I'm like, I'll just use it on coffees. Or like, you know, if we make a pit stop at a gas station, Trent wants like a bottle of something. He's like, I've got $5 left. But that's like it. And then once that cash is gone, there's no more until the next month. A lot of people think we're crazy for not using cash. But like,
No, hey, it makes perfect sense to me.
I mean, unless it's like, I mean, a lot of people are like, why are you going to go to a gas station and buy something for $1 with your debit card? And I'm like, I get it. But like, also, I also have a pile of change in my card too. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't want all those pennies.
No.
Bye
thanks.
cash.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
What would you pay?
It's going to go away anyway, so, you know.
Yeah.
What about you? Yeah. She's fixing to take those pennies.
You must use a lot of cash.
I don't use a lot of cash. I just like having cash in
Yeah.
case something happens.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's another episode.
I take the pennies.
I knew it.
Really?
I knew it.
What, would you just have a dump truck full of pennies everywhere?
Hell yeah.
Should have asked.
See, but you can always take pennies and exchange them for dollars.
You'd be rolling for a long time.
Give me
That's like a lifetime
coin
of rolling
roller.
pennies.
a lot.
It's not that.
That's a lot of pennies.
Dude, that
It's
is
like
a
one of my
lot
favorite hobbies.
What
Can you
is it?
imagine
You
how
have to
heavy that would
multiply that
be?
by how many? So like, okay, let's say $1,400. So that's one penny times 100 for every dollar.
Yeah. Wait, is that right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
100 pennies is $1.
Duh. Sorry.
So 100 times
I need to go back to first grade.
100. So you'd add 2 zeros, wouldn't you?
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be 14,000 pennies.
Yeah. Give it to me. I love change.
She'll
I would
she'll
own
swim in it like
I
Scrooge
would-
McDuck.
You'd be stuck. How would you swim in it? You wouldn't be able to move.
Have you not seen DuckTales?
Scrooge does it?
Yes, but I mean, like, theoretically, in real life,
That's not theoretically then.
that's heavy as fuck.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
Lord.
CeeCee BB, what's your question?
Oh, yeah. Question.
Squirrel.
Where did my... Oh, I almost showed a very embarrassing video of Tanya. It's Brittany, bitch. I'll show you later. Oh, Tanya, I'm sorry. I'm showing your video. There were some crazy shenanigans last night when we got
Oh
home.
boy.
Okay, so would you rather give up bagels for a year or give up pasta for a year?
Oh, pasta. Absolutely pasta for me. I love my bagels, y'all.
Whoops. I think I broke Britt.
I love my bagels.
Did I break Britt?
Brit be broke.
It's okay. I broke myself when I saw this one. I was like, oh my God.
Oh
That
my
was easy for me.
gosh.
That
I
means
love both.
no
I
macaroni.
love carbs.
Yeah.
Who doesn't?
Ugh.
Who?
You just said you were going to
doesn't?
give away pasta.
Yeah, what is wrong with you?
That's not the only carb. Hello.
I know. I love bread.
Yeah,
and
but
I love
pasta is the best
pasta.
carbs.
It is.
See, yeah, you're a bread person.
Mm-hmm.
I like crusty bread,
Ugh.
and that's why I like bagels.
Oh, like sourdough.
That's why I love sourdough.
Mm-hmm.
Sourdough.
That's why I'm trying to learn how to make it, but my starters keep going to
I haven't
poop.
even been able to use my bread maker yet. I know.
Have you
So
not?
annoying.
No. But that's why I like bagels. That's why I could never. No, I could never give up my bagels. My everything bagels.
Well, I'll answer while Brittany's broken.
She's really having a hard time.
So I've been pondering this one question since you asked your first question.
Yeah.
Because this is really hard for me because I literally, man, I've gotten so
So
into
you were
bagels.
thinking about your question while answering mine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Thank you for
Because those are
giving
the
me
two
your undivided attention. I
hardest
appreciate
questions I think that I might encounter during this episode. Yeah, so bagels have become a staple because, like, you know, I usually eat carbs in the morning.
Yeah.
And I love eating bagels first thing
Sure.
when I get
Because
up.
who
I'm
doesn't
like,
love a bagel?
bagels and cream cheese. Oh, with a cup of coffee. Yeah. Yum. And then pasta. Like, who doesn't love pasta? And I've always been a pasta person.
I love pasta.
Yeah.
It's just
and
not my favorite thing to eat.
I grew up loving the crap out of some
Pardon
macaroni
me?
and cheese.
Lots of coffee burps.
All those days at Ruby Tuesdays that I would just a big old bowl of mac and cheese.
That was all you used to eat.
You used to tell me I was going to turn into macaroni noodle.
Yeah.
And Bub would turn into a
Chicken nugget.
Chicken nugget.
Yep.
Yep. So, yeah, I think I eat a lot more bagels and enjoy them a lot more than I do pasta these days. So I'm
Bye-bye
gonna
pasta.
have to get rid of the pasta.
Sorry.
Oh, that just broke my heart.
Aw.
Instead of 2 pieces, it's in 4 pieces.
With cheese sauce drizzled over it.
Oh my goodness.
And that breadcrumb topping that I put on my
go
baked
away.
mac and cheese.
Go away. Go away.
And your buffalo mac and cheese.
That was really good
It was
last
really
night.
good. You did a good
I
job.
do say so
Mom
myself.
makes the best baked mac and cheese.
Your mom makes
But
everything good.
yeah, like everything she makes is like. But man, she started making this buffalo chicken mac and cheese
It's
baked,
so good.
and I'm just imagining the.
I got plenty of leftovers in the fridge.
I just gave up pasta, Mom. Jeez, give me a bagel now.
You know what?
This is all hypothetical.
Is it?
I don't know. Maybe not. All right, Britt. What you got?
Are you still broken?
kind of.
Oh, in
Kind
more
of.
ways than you can see.
She might cry giving us her answer.
It's going to be the bagels. She can't give up the pasta.
No, I think
I
she might
can't. I can't. Me and the kids live off of pasta.
Yeah, it's just bagels. You can still have bread.
Yeah.
It's just
I
bagels.
know. But I don't eat bagels every day. I eat
Exactly.
pasta every day.
That's what I'm saying. So yeah, it can't be the bagels for her. It's got to
Yeah.
be the pasta.
Well,
pasta.
All right.
okay.
Okay. So me again.
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather only eat square-shaped food or only eat circle-shaped food?
I would say square-shaped food is so much better than circle food.
You can't ever have pancakes again.
Eggo waffles,
You
pancakes,
can't ever have-
waffles.
I can
can't ever
eat
have bagels?
square pancakes.
Well, you already can't have bagels. So.
So,
can't eat bagels.
so what about, oh, that means you can't have, like, breads then.
Well, bread's
Some
square.
breads are round.
True, but some breads are square.
Yeah, but if you make it square, then
But you're going to be working real hard over there.
Wait a minute. No, you can't cut it to make it the shape that it
Oh.
needs to be.
It's like the food itself has to be that.
Yeah.
I would take square.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of all the things that are round and square and
This includes pizza. Pizza's round.
Jet's Pizza has square
Square
pizzas.
pizza.
That's
Yeah.
true. Little Caesars
And
used to. I don't know if
Pizza
they
Hut
do
does.
anymore or not. Do they?
And the best pizza of all, school pizzas.
Those little pepperonis are so good. Oh my gosh.
You know, I think I'm going to have to go with only eating the circle.
Yeah?
Because, well, I also just thought of bagel bites.
You can, yeah, you can
And
have,
that's pizza and a bagel in
you can
one.
have some cheese.
Yeah. Which I only eat like provolone and mozzarella.
So yeah. I think I would have to be circle.
I'm just the odd man out.
No, it's cool. I love it. I love it.
All right.
Okay. Would you rather walk to work in heels or drive to work in reverse?
Drive to work in reverse. Absolutely. Every day for the rest of my life, drive to work in reverse. I got knee problem, hip problem, back problem. I can't wear no heels. Girl, what you talking about?
I'm going to have to say drive in reverse too.
Yeah.
Because I just, no.
I could drive in reverse.
I ended up breaking an ankle.
Drive in reverse
Wait,
an hour to
what
work?
kind of heels?
Absolutely.
It just says heels.
So like 1-inch heel?
Oh, stop. Heels or heels?
Yeah.
Heels.
It doesn't say platform, so I can walk.
A heel to me is at least 2 inches or above.
like a pump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ew.
I don't know
drive
how.
to work in reverse. It's fine, I guess.
I don't even know anybody that wears heels anymore.
I don't either,
No,
really.
I don't either.
Yeah.
All I wear is Hey Dudes and Converse and Vans.
Yeah.
Well, and all the kids now wear sneakers with their dresses.
Or those little ballerina slipper things.
Yeah.
I hate those.
The flats.
Those little ballerina slippers that curl up in a ball when you take them off.
Oh, yeah.
I hate those.
Yeah.
So,
What about you?
are we all driving to work in reverse?
I'm driving to work in reverse. Just
Y'all
call
better
me.
get off the road.
Just call me Mater.
Like toe miter, but without the toe.
Okay, so I think we're gonna do one more,
Okay.
and then we'll wrap it up. So I think we've done a dessert. This one's gonna be hard. Would you rather get salad pizza every time that you order pizza? Or would you rather get Hawaiian pizza every time you order pizza?
Salad pizza.
I just want to barf thinking
Salad
about
pizza, like lettuce, spinach,
Just vomited on the mic.
tomato, croutons.
I'll do the salad pizza.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
That actually, let's get
I
one.
love salad. That sounds delicious, doesn't
I
it?
can't stand pineapple on pizza.
See, I can eat. Kelly loves pineapple on his pizza, and he will put pineapple on
Everything.
anything. Just like ketchup.
Just like me
Yeah.
with bananas.
I love you, honey. I love you. But yeah, I can't do the pineapple on the pizza every time.
No.
No, for
I
you.
can't get past the bread with the salad on it.
You don't have to have croutons and everything. Like
It says salad pizza.
salad, but salad can be whatever you want it to be.
What, am I gonna put a Caesar salad on my pizza?
Sure, why not?
Oh my gosh.
I would.
yeah.
That sounds delicious.
Ew.
Why not?
I'd rather just get a salad.
You got your carbs in there. It's like the whole food.
I can't get past it.
No.
No.
So you'd have to do the
I
pineapple.
do the pineapple.
Ugh.
Yeah. Well, I love pineapple. I don't love it that much, but I also don't eat pizza very often.
See, I would end up.
So
not
I'd
eating
be
it.
okay. Okay. We've got Stompy McGee next
Not
to
sure
the mics.
what's
Your
going
shoe
on there.
hit,
Oh.
hit the mic.
Sorry.
Butters is being a hooligan.
So are we doing one more? Or that was it.
No, I think we're gonna wrap it up after that.
Okay.
I think we're at a good place, unless you guys have more to add.
I think we're good.
I think we're good.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for having us very much. And if you've made it this far, I applaud you because we rambled a lot.
Yeah.
We do ramble.
There'll probably be
but
a lot of
it's-
cuts.
Yeah. We ramble a lot, but
Thank you all for listening.
It's always a good time.
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good times.
Good
Good
times. All right, my hooligans. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I thank you again so much for staying and hanging out. We always enjoy being able to banter and goof off with you guys, and we hope that y'all find some kind of relatable content in here as always. And if you have anything you want to input that we can maybe review on the next episode or talk about that concerns, restaurant service work, then definitely send us an email, write us on Facebook, send me an Instagram message. I'll be more than happy to, talk to you and maybe even get some information from you so that I can put it in the next episode. Like I said, as a recap more so for the previous episode. And yeah, so if you have any other questions or comments, definitely let us know. And we'll see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.